Hi everybody. Here's the two Harari games that I've put together and that I've been using for in some of my classes in order to get some discussion going about Harari and what some of his major ideas and what he's doing. So I'm going to go through them a little bit with you. I do have them. They will be all of this stuff will be available to you if you just click on the link on the Google Drive and pull down all of those PowerPoints. And here's what you're going to see. Okay, one is that there's a template, an 8387 template for Harari, and that's where all of these questions actually do exist. All right, and the 8387 template Avery 8387 template is a postcard size template, and that's the way I set it up, and so that you can use those to print them off. You want to get them on cards like I do and shuffle them and do that what you want with them. You can print them on paper and shuffle them also. It's entirely up to you. The other thing is the game. It's a Homo Deus. Primarily, I used it at the end of my Homo Deus classes. I call it Tomorrowopoly. It certainly has borrowed seriously from the Monopoly game board. It's the Monopoly engine, and this is I printed on a 24 by 24 plotter that I have. You can I haven't seen it printed on any other sizes, so I don't know what it would look like. I guess you have to try that out on your own. The other thing is that the pieces I have the capability to make a lot of games, but these are the pieces that I use. You're not certainly bound by them. I use these blocks, and you'll see why. You put those on each property when someone lands on it. You could use coins. You could use pennies and nickels and dimes, or any other types of coins for instead of the blocks. I think it's good to have a timer because when people land on these things, they look at it and they could spend a lot of time. You want to have a timer so you can keep the game moving along. These are the avatars for what each person has. Again, you can pull them out of a Monopoly game if you want, or out of any other kind of game, or anything that you have hanging around that you want to use as as a marker for that particular person. And then there's these chance cards, and I have them set up so they print on the 8876 template. And there's just it's only a one-page print. You could just print them on a piece of paper and cut them up too, and they're just the chance cards that you get when you land on the chance spots in the Tomorrowopoly game. I also have these things called you'll see this PowerPoint out there called Tomorrowopoly cards. What it really represents is my definition for what I was thinking of when I created every one of those particular blocks. So there's a page per block. That's not necessarily saying that that's the only answer, and if somebody doesn't have that answer, that they have it wrong. The people can vote for whether they think the person got it right or not, or they like the other person's decision, what the other person said about it even better than what I have, and which is fine. The idea is to just get the discussion going and get some of those ideas out there. But the Tomorrowopoly cards are in case someone looks at it and says, I have no idea what in the world he ever could have been thinking of when he did that. Tomorrowopoly cards will help to explain what I was thinking anyway. There's a directory, and in the directory there's a file out there called Harari Games. It's another PowerPoint, but that just has the link to the Google Drive, just in case after you pull all this stuff down, you were to lose the link to the Google Drive. It exists within that particular PowerPoint. So anyway, the credit again, I want to credit the table topics cards because I kind of borrowed an awful lot of the flavor and voice from the table topics cards for when I built the Harari discussion cards, and the Tomorrowopoly game, as I said, I've certainly shamelessly borrowed from the Monopoly game. Like now, since both are being used for education, I'm not charging, and I'm not charging for the games. I assume that I'm not violating any royalty issues. But I do ask that anyone who uses the games also does free of charge and doesn't charge anybody, so that we don't have a royalty issue running around. The discussion cards, this is just another slide just about them. It says that there's 100 questions that I have, the Avery 8387. It tells you that if you want, you can go in and they're just text inside PowerPoint. You can go and change the descriptions to something that you want. Change the language if you want, whatever you want to do. Make them your own. And again, on any of this stuff, if you have any questions, just leave me a message as a comment on YouTube, and I'll try to get back to you on it. But just have at them and have fun with them. Hopefully, the Tomorrowpoly games, it's a little more complicated because you have to get some kind of plotter or something large. I think that in order to print it to make sense of the blocks. And I talked already about the Tomorrowpoly cards. It's my cheat sheets, right? And the chance cards, and print it and cut up, and you can use each player's board character or avatar. Okay, so it's the general rules. Just everybody starts at start. Is when you land on one of those blocks, you try and answer. If nobody has landed on it before, you just try and answer what you think that Harari would be talking about when he brought forth that point, and go from there. And just again, it's the whole goal of this Tomorrowpoly is, since I do it at the end of training, or of my classes with regards to Harari Homo Deus, the idea is to kind of pull all the topics together in one spot, and have people be able to. It's just like a review. It's like a nice review of a lot of the Harari thought. So hopefully, yeah, that's how you use it and you enjoy it.